The school day was over. Scarlett had just left the school building when she walked up to the school fountain where she saw there was another girl standing there. She immediately recognized her. It was Bianca. "You wanted me to get here?" Scarlett said. "Yes, I wanted to talk to you for a moment." Scarlett wasn't really sure exactly what she wanted to talk about. They weren't even actually friends or acquaintance, more like just they know each other. "So, what is what you want to talk about?" Scarlett asked. Then she said, "I know your secret." Scarlett was really confused and didn't know exactly what she meant. "What do you mean, secret?" Then Bianca leaned forward and almost in a whisper, "I know that you like Angelica." Scarlett's face went pale, and it was the truth. Angelica is Scarlett's best friend, well, his female best friend. She had known her since middle school. They were really close. But there was just one thing. Scarlett had never mentioned this to anyone, especially her best friend Angelica. "How did you know?" "Well, I kind of had noticed you looking at her, blushing, so I put it two and one two together and realized you were in love with her. It was quite obvious. So unless you don't want me to tell her, just do what I want you to do." She was blackmailing her. "What is it you want me to do?" Scarlett said to be firm. "All you have to do is help me with my homework. That's it. As long as you do that, I won't tell Angelica." Scarlett was hesitating, but she didn't want that his secret came out, so she luckily agreed. "Let's start tomorrow, okay?" "Fine. Just hand me the homework by the fountain tomorrow after school. Then I will hand you over the next day afterwards, okay?" Agreed. So the next day, Scarlett waited by the fountain. As promised, Bianca showed up with, well, the homework, and she said, "As long as you can remember our deal, I won't tell." What they didn't notice, there was another person nearby who heard this conversation, but he didn't pay much attention to it. And after this, there was only a couple of days later, Scarlett turned around and saw it was her best friend, Angelica. "Oh, hey, Angelica. Are you going off to school?" "Yeah, I am. So, what are you doing?" "Oh, just waiting for Bianca." "Okay. I didn't know you were friends." "Oh, no, I just had to talk to her. That's all." "Okay then." So Angelica nodded and she left. But as Angelica was on her way home, she heard a voice behind her. "Hey, Angelica." She turned and saw it was Alex, who was another friend of hers from middle school. "Oh, hey, Alex." Alex and Angelica lived actually very close by. They lived on the same street, only a few houses between. "So, on your way home?" Yeah. "I had to talk to you." "Oh?" "It's about Scarlett." "Oh? Have you noticed any different about her recently?" "Not really. What do you mean?" Angelica asked. "Well, the only thing is that I have noticed that she always waiting for Bianca by the fountain school, and that they talk about something, and Bianca hands over some books. Some books? Yeah, like schoolwork or something." "Huh, that's weird. She never mentioned that to me. Do you ever heard what they talk about? Not really. Just something about a secret? Not telling anyone? A secret? Do you think Bianca could be blackmailing her? It's possible, but what can it even be? I mean, I know for a fact you and Scarlett are really close friends. I mean, even considered best friends. You talk about almost anything. You don't even share secrets, do you? No, not really. Even Angelica was really curious. So after when she got home, she texted Scarlett and asked if they could, well, talk. Scarlett texted back and said she was busy for a moment, but she will talk to her later. When she did call her later that evening. So, is there something that's going on between you two? What do you mean? She said. Well, I heard that you've been doing schoolwork for Bianca for some reason. Are you helping her or doing her homework or something? Scarlett almost panicked. And at first she thought maybe that Angelica found out the secret. Or that Bianca had spilled the beans to her. She asked if Bianca said something. But Angelica said no, that she hadn't even said anything about it. It's a curious question. So, Scarlett said that no, it was just something that Bianca had asked her to do. Or at least help her with the homework since she has a lot of it. And she just wanted to be helpful. And Angelica bought it. But several weeks later, something went eventually come to clear for Angelica. Because one day, Angelica learns something. It was a big, shocking secret. She learns of what Alex later told her. Alex didn't figure out exactly what this was about. You know, I managed to figure out exactly what Bianca had been telling her to keep as a secret. Yeah, what is it? This might be surprising, and even shocking. Scarlett has a crush on someone. What? Yeah. And that she and Bianca find out about it, and now she's blackmailing her to keep it silent. As long as she do her homework for her, it's nothing that much. That explains that, and also explains why that suddenly Bianca's grades are gone up a bit. Yeah, she usually isn't that much as a studier like us. I need to talk to Bianca about this. Do you think that even is a good idea? Alex said. Well, what do you supposed to do? Just ignore it? Well, not really. We can't even tell anyone. Because they would even believe us. That and if they confront Bianca, she probably lie about it. That Scarlett is willingly offered to do the homework and all that. Or she is the one that threatened Bianca would do something. But then it wouldn't make sense, would it? If Scarlett were blackmailing Bianca to do her homework in order to keep her child silent, even when you think that, it doesn't make sense, said Alex. But eventually, since they both knew that Bianca in the past had this behavior of target other people randomly for doing do things for her, like buying things that she wanted or helping her with some notes, almost like a. But then they put things together. Bianca was a bully. They had asked some of the people that they had talked that she used for before. Turns out they were bullied, blackmailed, but keep things secret. But eventually Bianca got tired of them and just left them alone, never revealed the secret. But eventually, Angelica had enough. She one day looked around to confront Bianca. She found her in the hallway. It was just two of them. She's like, Bianca, you need to stop bullying or forcing Scarlett to do your homework. But Bianca just smiled and said, oh, really? And you want her to hear a secret? Or do you want me to tell the whole school about the secret? Don't you dare. As long as you don't keep me to do this, I will keep it silent. So you're blackmailing me too. Blackmail is a big word. Say more like precautions, protection. What do you want me to do in return? Nothing. Are you sure? Yeah, pretty much. So with that, Bianca just left. But what Scarlett, about that, she didn't knew that Angelica had a plan. Because within the next couple of days, she had to talk with Alex, and he was the only one who knew about this particular plan. And he was all about it. After this, on a Friday, they went to the school principal's office. So what can I do for you two? He asked them. Well, we had a big issue here at school. So what kind of issue is it? Well, as you know, the school has non-bullying policy, right? Yes, that's correct. Well, we have a student who is target number of students for bullying and blackmailing. The face of the principal went pale, and his jaw dropped. Not mentioning just bullying, but blackmailing. That's a serious accusation, he said. Do you have any actual proof? Tons of it, and especially confession directly from her. Then Angelica played some of the audio recordings from some of the people that had been targeted by Bianca in the past. But that alone wouldn't even be enough as a proof, the principal said. But then she revealed the big one, the confession from Bianca herself. She literally admitted the principal, his concern to almost like an anger in him. Can I keep it as a proof? She nodded, and both of them left. Even by then, around lunchtime, it all came to real. When they were just in the cafeteria and suddenly the school speakers went off, the principal summoned Bianca to his office. Can Bianca come to the principal's office, please? Can Bianca come to the principal's office, please? Everyone looked at Bianca. She looked confused and maybe thought maybe for something that maybe she had gone on a scholarship or something. She believed maybe that her studies had gone up. But later in the afternoon, it came to realization, but everyone talked about it. Turns out that after Angelica and Alex had presented this evidence to principal, he called her parents, and when he informed them, at first they didn't even believe because their daughter has never done anything like it. She was always a kind, sweet girl. But that was just a charade, he said. When they got to the school, he presented information, there's all the recordings, and they were furious, especially her father. He screamed at her so loud, and she was expelled immediately. When she learned that it was Alex and Angelica who presented this information, because only that same weekend when Angelica was alone in town, just walking around, when suddenly she was confronted by Bianca. You ruined my life. I ruined your life. Not really, you ruined yourself. Bianca was furious. With your stunt, maybe drop out of school, and now I had to go to a different school for troubled teenagers? Well, it's your own fault, Angelica said calmly. If you had never bullied anyone or blackmailed anyone, this wouldn't even have happened. I will tell, About what? That Bianca likes me? Not point. Everyone also knows. Oh, really? How so? Bianca said with a big grin, almost angry. Well, it's because that me and Scarlett are now dating. She didn't believe it, but then Angelica showed the phone the picture of her and Scarlett kissing as a proof. And Bianca's face dropped. After that, Bianca didn't say another word because she was later just left herself. And by some time after that, Bianca was transferred to school for troubled teenagers, as she said that she would. And in fact, shortly after this happened, the very same day, Angelica confessed her own feelings for Scarlett, and they started dating. And the whole school became aware of it, but they didn't have no problem with it. And they realized, even if Bianca would have spilled the beans about this to everyone in school, they would have still supported Angelica and Scarlett, not hated or even anything. So, even so, Bianca's plan would have backfired big time for her, which was kind of bad for her, honestly. But after that, Scarlett and Angelica's romantic life was at first a bit shy, but eventually get normal for them, since they had known each other for a long time. So they pretty much know about their hobbies, their passion for things, and eventually, when they told their families about this, they were all supporting. When they finished high school, they chose not to go to college or anything, since they didn't have any big plans. Scarlett, she wanted to work with animals, so she found a work in a pet shop. Angelica, well, she wanted to work with something with also with animals, so she actually ended up working at the same workplace as Scarlett. They were doing this for two things. One, saving up money for a small wedding. Well, they were hoping for that, and hopefully to find a place to live together. Even though they were only 18, they wanted to get married, but only when they have saved up enough. First, they're discussing about having a big wedding, but then they choose just to have a small courthouse wedding, just with 2 witnesses at most, and of course their parents. And that was at least the cheapest option for them. They didn't want to have this glamorous wedding to just show it off. But eventually, they did have a small courthouse wedding, and they only had a small honeymoon when they went to a different town for the weekend. About 2 years later, after when both were 22, they wanted to start a family. Angelica wanted to be pregnant first. And since they were still very close to Alex, he was willing to stand up for them. He became the donor for both Alex and for Angelica, and she had a son, which they named Mike. About 3 years later, Scarlett had a daughter, also with the help from Alex, and they named her Sandy. Throughout this entire time, Scarlett was very curious but also scared that Angelica would not even like her the same way after all. But to her amazement, when she found out the same day when Bianca was expelled, that Angelica did love her the same way, she was happy about it. She was very concerned that this could end their long-time relationship as friends. But she didn't have to worry, and Angelica confirmed it to her. Even Angelica was also a bit concerned that maybe even though Scarlett had feelings for her, if she would even be with her anymore, but they were just happy to be with the one they loved the most. Sure, they went through a lot of hardships in the past when they were in high school, but thanks to Angelica and Alex, that said stop for it. And this is how Angelica and Scarlett found true love, got a big family together. The